So when to sign up for Medicare? Certainly something you need to know, and it's important because there can be penalties if we mess it up, and I see people mess it up all the time. So I'm going to go through that right now very quickly. I'm Keith Armbrecht, founder of Medicare on Video. I help people across the country make the right Medicare choices. I can absolutely help you as well. If you stay to the end, I'll show you how to download my free book, Medicare Made Clear. If you're in Medicare or going into Medicare, you absolutely want to have this book saved on your iPad or your computer because it has everything that you need to know. But let's talk right now about signing up for Medicare. And there's actually 3 different periods that apply. There's before age 65, there's at age 65, and there's after age 65. So it's important to know where we fit and what we should do wherever we're going to go into Medicare. So let's first talk about before age 65, and this would be considered Medicare disability. So if you have a disability, you may qualify for Medicare coverage, which is actually terrific because it'll give you great coverage for whatever situation you're in. And just to be clear, I don't do Medicare disability, but I absolutely want to help. And I have a website, MedicareDisabilityHelp.com. If you go there, I will connect you with people that can help you and really point you in the right direction on exactly what it is. But on the disability side, in order to qualify for Medicare, you first need to be on Social Security disability for 2 years. And then when your 2-year anniversary is coming up, you will then qualify for Medicare. So you want to do that ahead of time as well. Be aware how long you're on Social Security disability because it'll take a little time to put things together. But important to understand. Now, another thing important to understand is if you go on Social or Medicare disability, later when you do turn 65, it opens everything back up again. So you can change and pick whatever you want. So if you're in Medicare disability 40s or 50s or early 60s, whatever it may be, keep in mind when you turn 65, you want to revisit everything because that gives us the ability to pick and choose anything that we want. So that'll help with the people under 65. And again, visit MedicareDisabilityHelp.com. Put in your basic information. I'll make sure that somebody that knows exactly what's right in your area will contact you and make sure we get it right. So let's talk about the major period for enrolling in Medicare. This is the majority of people when you turn 65, and it's actually getting less and less now because a lot of people continue to work past 65, but for the most part, at age 65 is kind of the standard entry into Medicare. So what to understand, if you're going to retire or if you're not working or if you don't have good group insurance, you absolutely want to go into Medicare when you turn 65. And there is a time frame around that. There's a 7-month period that is wrapped around the month of your 65th birthday. So you got 3 months before, the month of your 65th birthday, 3 months after. But don't even really worry about that timeline. You want to do it well ahead of your 65th birthday month because it just makes things so much easier to get it done, put it away, and then that way you don't have to worry about anything. So we want to start looking really no later than 3 months before our 65th birthday month and figure our options. You're going to be choosing whether you want to stay on original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B, or whether you want to go on a Medicare Advantage plan. And if you've seen any of my videos, you certainly know I'm not a fan of Medicare Advantage. I have a video right here up in the top there on why I personally would never choose a Medicare Advantage plan. So take a minute and watch that, and hopefully it'll give you some pretty good ideas. But back to signing up. So we want to do it ahead of time. And the nice thing is with Medicare, if you're coming into age 65, you can probably do it online pretty easily. And I made a URL to get you where you need to go. If you just go to www.startpartb.com, it takes you right to the page on Social Security's website where you sign up for Medicare. And yes, you sign up for Medicare on Social Security's website. So it's part of the Social Security package. You can choose to not draw Social Security or start drawing Social Security or whatever you want to do with Social Security, but Medicare is a separate piece and you do it on that website. So startpartb.com will get you right there. So that brings you into Part A and Part B. And keep in mind, if you miss this timeline, there can be penalties, there can be delays. They make it really hard. If you don't do it when you're supposed to do it, then it just gets very complicated. So start ahead of time. Give us a call. Go to my website, MedicareOnVideo.com. Fill out the form. We'll walk you right through everything. And this is what I do. I help people that stay on original Medicare choose the right Medicare supplement, because you'll likely want a Medicare supplement that covers what original Medicare does not. But that's a whole different conversation. Plenty of videos on all that. Just subscribe to the channel and you can find just about everything that you need. So the last opportunity is after age 65. So these days, a lot of people continue to work past age 65, which is terrific. A lot of people want to work past age 65. So if you're going to do that, and let's say you work, it's a little complicated. There's a kind of a number of employees on where you work, under 20, over 20. But for the majority, if we're talking, if you work somewhere with more than 20 employees and you have good group health insurance, then you're going to want to keep that good group health insurance. Chances are your employer pays for a lot of your share of it. Now, if that's not the case, then we want to revisit. If it's not the case, you're probably way better off in Medicare. But if you work for an employer, you have a good group health insurance plan, they pay for a lot of it, you're probably going to want to stay on that health insurance plan. So if we do that, number one, do not initiate Medicare Part B. It's a big, big deal if you do and you still stay on your insurance. It doesn't hurt you right now, but you're going to be paying for something you don't need. And then when it is time to come into Medicare, you lose a lot of your flexibility because you've already started your Medicare Part B. Now these days, you also don't need to start Medicare Part A. So those are the two parts of Medicare, A and B. If you're going to stay at work, you probably don't want to start either one of them. If you start Medicare Part A, what happens with that, and this is kind of a silly rule, I still don't understand it, but once your Medicare Part A starts, you can no longer contribute to a health savings account. So if you're at a large employer, you probably put in pre-tax money into a health savings account. Makes a lot of sense. Once Medicare starts, you can't do that anymore. Now, what I haven't been able to figure out is what is the consequence. So if you did start Part A and you continue to contribute to your HSA, I've asked my accountant, he doesn't know. If you have had that experience, let me know in the comments, because it'd be very important to understand there's bound to be penalties. They're going to make that tax-free money or tax-deferred money taxable immediately and probably have a penalty on top of it. But anyway, if you start Part A, you can't contribute to an HSA account. Now, to make it more complicated, let's say you get age 70 and then you sign up for Part A and Part B. Medicare backdates Part A 6 months. So that means you have had to have stopped contributing on HSA 6 months before you're going to come into Medicare. So again, silly rules and just something we need to understand so we don't get a surprise, because we don't want surprises. Now, what's going to happen when you do retire, 68, 70, 78, I've had people older than that work, stay on their insurance, and then come into Medicare in their 80s. And that's terrific. It's just like you're turning 65 with one caveat. You're going to need a group coverage form. So you're showing your previous insurance at your employer. So you need to have creditable coverage at your employer. In other words, real health insurance. I don't think they would consider like a share plan, a ministry share plan type creditable coverage. It has to be real group health insurance. And then it's okay. There's no penalties. There's no delays. You need to get this form filled out by your employee. You can find it right on my website, MedicareOnVideo.com. It's in the guides in the form section. You can download it right now, email it to your HR department, have them fill it out, send it back to you. You're going to need that so that you don't have a penalty on your Medicare Part B. Now, if you continue to work and you don't have creditable coverage and you didn't sign up for Part B, down the road, when you do, you're going to have a penalty on Part B. So you want to make sure you understand. And again, give us a call, send us an email. We'll make sure we get your I's dotted and your T's crossed and we know exactly what we're doing. But it's just super important to do it right. So that's exactly what I do. I help people with the Medicare supplement part of it, make sure we get everything that we want. We want freedom, flexibility, choose our doctors, get the right coverage, everything with very low out-of-pocket costs. And that's exactly what we'll do. So those three avenues, under 65 is disability, turning 65 is kind of standard, past 65 is staying on your group health insurance, and then coming into Medicare at a later date. All works, all easy as long as we do it right. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below and let me know, and be happy try to respond to as many as we possibly can. And right now I'm going to show you a couple of things that you'll find helpful as well, including how to download my book. So I hope you found it helpful. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you found it very helpful. A couple of other things that you'll find very helpful is, first, download a copy of my free book, Medicare Made Clear. I put a lot of time, a lot of effort into this book. You'll find it very helpful for everything that you need for Medicare now and in the future. It has videos in the book, has all the links that you need for signing up and everything else that you'll need going forward. So take just a minute, go to MedicareOnVideo.com/free book. You can download it right now and save it on your computer. You'll have it for now and in the future. And then down the road, when it's time to renew your Medicare supplement plan, we always want to shop around. So every year it makes sense to do a Medicare price check. And I have a website specific to that, www.medicarepricecheck.com, where we will compare your current plan and see if we can get the same plan at a lower price. And a lot of times we can do that. So it makes sense to visit medicarepricecheck.com every year. We'll do a quick comparison, let you know if it makes sense, and then we take it from there. Hope you found all this helpful. Have a fantastic day. Hey, don't go anywhere. These are some of my most recent videos right here. You can also find the link right below this video to download my book, Medicare Made Clear, absolutely free. You can also subscribe to my channel right here. So please, download my book, watch some videos, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Hey, don't go anywhere. These are some of my most recent videos right here. You can also find the link right below this video to download my book, Medicare Made Clear, absolutely free. You can also subscribe to my channel right here. So please, download my book, watch some videos, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.